Hello, my friends. Good evening to you. Happy Monday. And welcome to another Andy Goldstein Sports Bar with me, Andy Goldstein, and the fun boy, the duck lover. It's Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Pep Guardiola?
Huge. A massive show tonight begins, of course, with your views on one of the biggest upsets in FA Cup history as League One side Wigan beat the most expensive squad ever assembled in the competition, beating Man City by a goal to nil and ending all talk of the quadruple chat once and for all, proving yet again the FA Cup is alive and well. Loads to talk about, from Carl Walker's mistake to Fabian Delph's red card, but as always, one number to dial: 08717 223344. Dial that number. Your views will be heard around the world. It's the only sports show on National Radio taking your calls Monday to Thursday from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's Andy Goldstein Sports Bar. It's a go!
He will score goals. We will score just more and more. He will score goals.
Andy Goldstein Sports Bar. Weekday nights from 10 on Talk Sport.
I've been to wake. Wakes are brilliant. Do you reckon pigeons can still fly if they're blind? Has the whole world ever been covered in just clouds? Was Rapunzel real? Can you get eaten by a whale and survive? Has a donkey ever been born that's bigger than an elephant? Do you reckon there's more hammers than nails, or is it the other way round?
Now this one's a little bit barking, right, on the front of it, but just bear with us, okay?
I think we could come across a little bit thick.
No, because there's two sets
I'm a
of...
bit worried about it.
There's two sets
Might
of
be
people...
exposed.
You think this might expose
This might
us?
expose us.
There's two sets of people I want to hear from tonight, all right? People that believe the Earth is round, and people that believe the Earth is flat.
Now, there are people that believe the Earth is flat.
There's quite a few
There's
famous
a
people.
movement, isn't there? There's a movement.
Yes.
I'm going to go and find out what that movement is.
Yes. There's quite a lot of people that think the Earth is flat and, of course, round. Either way, I want you to phone up 08717 223344. Don't type it yet.
No, I'm just going to get the Earth
Then
is
I'm
flat.
going to lose you.
No, you won't. Earth
Right,
is
okay.
flat. Proof. Oh, my God, proof.
Right, okay.
Wow.
Here's the question,
Go on, mate.
which both Jay and I can't really get our heads around, right?
Yep.
If the Earth is round, which, of course, it is, we both agree on that?
I genuinely believe it.
Right, okay. How are people in Australia and the bottom part of the globe, how are they not upside down? Right? I know that sounds crazy. Joe, you just give a little...
Well, if you're thinking about just a sphere, which the Earth is, okay, I know that people in Australia and New Zealand, I know they're not upside down. I know they're not.
You've seen them.
Because I've been there,
Right.
and I definitely was upside down.
Right.
But when you look at it as a ball, and it's kind of shaped like a ball, and if you were to put people walking around, someone on that ball is going to have to be upside down. Wherever you look at it, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Someone's got to have to be upside down. And when you say, in talking theory about going to the North Pole, people often say, you're in the top of the world. That's the top of the world. And the South Pole is the bottom of the world. So there's a top and a bottom.
Yeah.
And everyone's...
Now, I know that gravity would keep you on the planet.
Of course.
But why is it keeping you on the planet but not upside down?
So if you were to zoom in, you know we've got these satellites up in space, right?
Yeah.
And these satellites now can zoom in right into people's faces, can't they, from space?
I don't know if they're that
Oh, they can go right. They can zoom right in now.
Faces?
Well, you can see images of people.
Okay, yeah.
You can see images.
Yeah.
I've seen these in various different.
What have you been looking at?
No,
Right, okay. Yeah.
definitely wasn't. And if you had to zoom in on you in London,
Yeah.
walking down the high street,
Yeah.
you would be standing upright. So if that same satellite was to zoom out from you and then zoom down towards the bottom of the Earth, because it would have to do that,
Yeah.
it would then zoom into someone else of Andy Goldstein's kind of down
Makeup.
down in Sydney.
Andy Goldstein.
Andy Goldstein, mate. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he would be the right way up as well.
See, I can't work that out. I know it's a fact, and I know it happens. I just can't get my head round why and how. And also, there'll be people out there that are listening to this, Jay, that believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
And of course, the reason why you're not upside down is because it's not a globe.
We did speak to someone that thought the Earth was flat. Do you remember?
We also spoke to someone who thought there was lots of different moons. A half moon,
Yeah.
a full moon.
Yes, yeah.
And then that
Yeah.
one comes out.
Yeah,
Half a moon will come out.
Yeah, there's loads of different moons.
That was weird.
That was very weird, yeah.
But so I want to hear from people who can explain why people in Australia and at the bottom of the globe
Again, at the risk of, I think we're going to come across quite.
We
thick
will,
here.
we will. But I just need to explain. I just can't. Are you telling me that the Earth is the only round thing that doesn't have a top or a bottom?
There definitely is a top and a bottom.
Oh.
The equator tells you that. There's one side, there's the north equator and south equator.
And I want people to phone up who genuinely don't believe that Earth is round. In fact, I'll put you to the top of the pile.
There won't be. I'll tell you why there won't be any of those.
Oh, there will.
You reckon?
Go on, why not?
There's per head in the country, I would say there's only about...
Where are you getting this stat from?
I'm making it up.
Okay.
It's just an educated guess.
Yeah, okay.
I would say about 5% of the nation would only believe the Earth is flat. And I don't think any 5% of those are listening right now.
Okay, I do. Billy's waiting for your call, and he'll take your details so when you do come on National Radio and tell us why the Earth is working the way
It's
it
called a
does.
society. members of the Flat Earth Society
Yeah.
claim to believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah. Flat believers will go first. 08717 223344. But either way, it won't cost you a penny. Billy's waiting for your call. 08717 223344. I know it's round. You might not. I know it's round. How do we stay on it and not be upside down?
Do you reckon pigeons can still fly if they're blind? Has the whole world ever been covered in just clouds? Was Rapunzel real? Can you get eaten by a whale and survive? Has a donkey ever been born that's bigger than an elephant? Do you reckon there's more hammers than nails, or is it the other way round?
Let's speak to Paul. Maybe he's got an answer for us. Paul, good morning to you.
Right, Paul.
Hi, morning, chaps.
Hi, Paul. Do you believe, firstly, the Earth is round or flat?
Well, I've got an argument for both, but like yourself, I'm now coming down to thinking it could well be flat.
Okay, go on then.
Well, it comes back to the question of the Australians, New Zealanders, anyone who's down south, why are they not upside down? So, surely the world must be flat, so it's one continuous straight line, and we're all level.
But when does it end then? If it's flat, there has to be a point that the world ends.
Maybe we've just never gone that far yet. Who knows?
So you're telling me that there's parts of the world we don't know about?
Well, you can fall off the Earth. Is that what you're saying?
But I'm saying that we haven't found as far to fall off it yet. We don't know how far it is.
I think we might have found it by now, though, don't you?
Well, you say that, but who knows?
You can't argue with that.
why
You can't
we're
argue with, well, you say that, but who knows? Listen to this one, Jay.
Go on.
If the Earth really was spherical, helicopters would just go up, hover, and wait for their destinations to come to them.
Yeah, but this isn't where
Amazing.
gravity. Yeah, but this is the bit I would like to know. Right. This is the bit I'd like to know
Okay,
to
go
find
on.
out. Right.
This is
so
great.
if I was in a spaceship, okay, right?
What, as an alien?
No, just so I fly out. So let's say talksport towers. I zoom up into space.
Right.
Okay. If you went up in a straight line,
Yeah.
and you went outside of the
Atmosphere.
for half an hour, and then come straight back down where you exited.
Great question.
Right. I'm sure you wouldn't be back at talksport towers. I'm sure that the Earth, because it spins, you would end up somewhere else.
Andrew's a Man United fan. He's first up to convince us. Andy, hello.
All right, Andy.
Right. Before I go into detail, the first thing I would ask you all to go and research it for yourself, research it properly, and make your own mind up. Don't believe what I'm saying. I want you to go and look at it for yourself. I want the listeners to go and look at this for themselves and research it. And don't believe what they were taught to be true. Maybe after yourself, maybe it's not. Maybe because we were taught something doesn't mean it's true, right?
Well, go on,
Now,
convince us, Andy.
Right. I grew up believing in the solar system, right? I grew up believing in space, right? The only proof I had in my mind that we lived on a globe was because you could see ships disappearing on the horizon, right? That was the only evidence my eyes taught me that maybe we do live on a globe, on a curved, on a ball. But however, technology, cameras prove to us that see in the distance when you see a ship, our eyes tell us that ship has actually went downwards. You can actually zoom in and you can see it in full, which proves that our eyes isn't land. There's only a certain amount of vision our eyes can tell us. But you see a ship disappear. If you ask anybody that isn't anything to do with science, and you ask them, prove to me that we live in a globe, they will tell you, oh sure, you can see the top of ships on the horizons. It's all about perspective. It's all to do with your vision. You can look it through your naked eye, and you can see a ship disappear.
Right.
But you can zoom in 5 minutes later and see it in full in a camera.
Well, Andy, sorry, I'm a bit lost. Are you saying that Earth is flat or
I
round?
can't work it out whether you're a flat or round guy.
It's 100% flat.
100% flat. Not even. There's not even like a small percentage that actually it might be round.
No,
100%.
the Earth, obviously there's mountains and stuff, but the land of the Earth is 100% flat. What I'm saying is, you see a ship disappear
Yeah,
on the horizon, right?
Can I ask a quick question, Andy? What do
course
you
you can.
make of the pictures of the Earth from space that clearly portray it as round?
Right, well, 100% CGI, 100% fake.
Fake.
It's
Okay.
all
fake.
Right, okay, fake pictures. Let's go to Dan. He's a West Brom fan. Also thinks the Earth is flat.
Dan.
Hello.
Hi, Dan. Off you go.
Hi, boys.
Oh yeah.
Right, Dan.
Hi,
Dan.
boys.
Go on then.
Hello. Well, I can't convince you in 2 minutes, guy. Can I just say to the previous caller, well done, mate. Completely agree with what you're saying there. You need to research it yourself, boys. Nobody can convince you that everything you've been taught your whole life is a lie. You need to look into it yourself.
I do. I have looked into it myself, Dan. Why is that the first?
Really?
Why is that the first thing?
Well, you should have already reached the answer you're looking for then, surely.
I think it's round.
Well, on what evidence?
I've seen satellite images.
How do you know they're from a satellite? And how do you know they're what do you mean by images? They're not photographs, are they? They're a computer composite image.
What have you seen to tell you it's not round?
I've seen zero measurable curvature my whole life. I've seen a flat plane that I've been walking on my whole life.
So, have you been up in an aeroplane, Dan?
Many times, mate, yeah.
Right. Okay.
And you'll see the flat horizon, no matter
Well,
how
no,
high you go, the horizon
no,
is
it's not.
flat.
It's not.
A straight line.
If you
The clue's in the name, Andy. The clue's in the name horizon. It comes from the word horizontal.
listen. Whenever I've been up in a plane and you're up and you're cruising at 30,000 feet, you can actually see the curve of the Earth. It's not flat. The outline of it's actually curved.
Well, Jason, everybody out there will disagree with that who's been up there and looked. Well, go up there and photograph it and prove your claim, because that's a wild statement you're making.
No. It's something I've actually from the window of a plane. When
Really?
you're travelling on holiday, you
the-
can see
you know
the
the
slight
glass-
curvature of the Earth. You definitely
Sure.
can.
You know the window, the glass in the window is curved, and the side of the plane is curved. So how do you know that curve is?
Well,
the
everything
horizon,
else,
not the
is when I
effect of the glass?
land, other things are flat. Like the top of a roof of a truck is not curved.
Through the same
So
window.
water is not flat. Then the surface of water is not flat.
The surface of water is not flat. Is that a statement
Well,
you're asking me?
any liquids when they're at rest, bodies of liquids, the surface is always flat. If we lived on a ball and gravity was in play, it would be curved, the same shaped curve as the rest of the
that's
supposed
nice.
ball, wouldn't it?
That's nice, Dan. I hear what you're saying. I like that. It's a good point.